The debate came up yesterday on gun control. We talked a little bit more about that here this morning. Sheriff Rob Maciol in studio now. Good morning. First of all, very impressive. And it's not just what happens with law enforcement in Vegas. It's what happens. We've seen it here. It's what happens in law enforcement. But not just law enforcement, first responders, police, firefighters, everybody comes together. And in this case, just citizens that just came together to help. It was really incredible to see the heroics.
If there's one positive thing we can get out of the horrific tragedy is the fact that, like you said, when something like this happens, you've got law enforcement who, is heading to the threat to take out the shooter. Yeah. You've got firefighters. I believe there were 2 that were shot while they were giving CPR. They were off duty at the concert. They were giving CPR to victims. You've got regular citizens who were taking off their clothes, using them as tourniquets to stop bleeding in other people. You're exactly right.
It's incredible.
It's definitely incredible. And, and hats off to the sheriff out there. I don't know him. I've never met him, but he's done a pretty amazing job with his press conferences.
Yeah,
with
he's good.
People informed.
Yeah.
Like myself, he's probably got one heck of a staff that when tragedy strikes, he's doing all the right things.
I like how he takes complete control in those press conferences.
He does,
and
absolutely.
Listen, I can only take one question at a time. Please. My mind isn't moving as fast as yours. I love it. He's really good.
Exactly. He definitely is spot on. And like I said, certainly our thoughts and prayers go to all the victims. So many people. And the difference here with this case, it involves people from all around the United States. Yeah. It's not that one, where
Sandy Hook was everyone from Sandy Hook. It was confined to
that one school or that one college campus or that one mall.
This is the world.
Exactly.
People from all around the world.
Exactly.
One of the things I noted in a post I put up online on Monday was that this is unique for many reasons, but one of them being, what is the backdrop, the images you were seeing Monday morning from the shooting? So many millions of people, because that's such a tourist destination, have pictures of themselves and their families with the same picture images in the background. That is so unique to this particular.
Look, I was here.
I was
on
this
there
bridge.
just last summer.
I stayed at that hotel. Stuff
One
like that.
of my retired chief deputies, Gabrielle Liddy, she was actually at the Tropicana. Her window from her hotel.
During the shooting?
That is correct, yes.
Wow,
and actually, her and her husband were actually going to go to that concert, and after dinner she became ill, and they decided not to go.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
And,
wow.
But
she's
put some photos up on her Facebook. Right, looking out her window, she can see directly across to the 2 missing windows where the shooter was shooting.
Is she there now?
From. She's back here now.
She's back.
Yes,
Wow.
she is. Yep.
Wow. When you think about that.
Exactly.
Because, if you've ever known someone who's been in an accident, you've been in an accident yourself, or you've been a part of it's a split-second decision that can change everything, and being delayed by 10 seconds or delayed by a couple of minutes could changes
everything. And the one thing you look at, we struggle a lot with not only critics out in the community, but when we're putting our plans together for our budget plans and things like that, people always want to know, why do you need this many people? Why do you need these many bullets for annual firearms training? Why do you need this? Why do you need that? We don't know what's coming our way, and we have to continuously train and make sure we have the people and the resources and the equipment, and it's things like this that show that, you need that 24-member SWAT team to take out a threat.
Herkimer should have been enough for people to realize that anything can happen anywhere at any time.
Sure. You don't know, And
Sandy Hook. I mean, who'd ever heard of Sandy Hook?
Exactly. And same thing with firefighters. People want to know, well, why do you need that $300,000 truck backed in the fire station? Well, you know what? That one time that you need it, that's money well spent.
Okay. So the scary part of this is this guy took legally purchased. It looks like legally purchased semi-automatic weapons that were, we believe, legally purchased, and he converted them. That's scary.
It is. But at the end of the day, and I know I talked to Andrew a little bit yesterday, there are more guns in America than there are people. So the guns are not going to go away. They're not going to go away tomorrow. Right. In most of them, if not, a huge percentage of them are legally possessed. They're possessed by legal or by law-abiding, stable citizens who will never, ever, ever do anything like this. Yeah. So, I mean, we always got to keep that in perspective. Like you, I'm a gun guy. I'm a pro-gun guy. I've carried a gun on my body somewhere for the past 29 years, everywhere I go. And that's just a fact of you know, I'm a police officer. But again, we train continuously, and like I said, as long as the person is a law-abiding, stable person who knows how to use that weapon, then I'm good with that.
Any sort of prohibition, we know, right, that it just doesn't work. Yet we continue to pass laws.
Exactly. We have enough laws.
You think?
We don't need any more.
So my question,
we have enough laws.
So, and clearly, there's no law that would have.
That is correct. There's nothing that would have prevented this from happening.
Nothing. However, and I do try to look at all sides. Because I know people on the other side that believe.
I do too, and I'm very good friends with many of them.
They're not bad people. Let's start with that.
Exactly.
They're good people.
Exactly.
Who have no interest in guns, and to me, that is our society today. Smoking laws. I didn't care because I don't smoke. I actually am happy. I can go into a restaurant or a bar. You know, so it's issue after issue after issue. If it doesn't affect me, I don't care. And I think very few people tend to look at the bigger issue like, boy, you take that right away, what's next?
What's next? Sure.
And I always try to look at it, all different sides. But today we're in a position where the people are upset, and they feel that we need to pass laws to prevent this.
Just imagine, though, hypothetically, if every gun was to be seized, how would the police possibly ever seize 350 million weapons?
Right.
It's not even humanly possible.
Yeah. It is a. We talked the Second Amendment this morning. It's something that it's one of those things that's hard to kind of explain now because it is ingrained in us.
Absolutely.
And Cabby Peter Franklin from New York City was speaking to European media. And what is wrong with you people? Why do you have so many guns? And he said, I really can't explain it. It's our Second Amendment. It's a part of how we became a country, and it just is. But you'd be surprised that the majority, the high percentage majority, are just law-abiding citizens.
Probably 99.9% are legal, law-abiding, stable people who possess them for all kinds of legitimate reasons.
But the debate is going on, and it will continue.
Absolutely.
And so where does it stop? I mean, we saw it happen here in New York State with the SAFE Act.
Sure. I mean, you look at New York's pistol permit process, it is the most stringent, detailed pistol permitting process in the country.
Yeah.
So if someone's possessing a New York State pistol permit, they're good people. I mean, we do mental health checks, we do criminal backgrounds, we do personal references, we do everything.
Right.
You know, so in Oneida County alone, there's 30,000 pistol permit holders. 30,000.
Wow.
And pistol permit holders have multiple handguns, and that doesn't take into account the long guns that are out there.
Right.
So here, I mean, I think the average is for every 100 people in a community somewhere, there's 110 guns for those 100 people. So the guns outnumber the people.
And just to clarify, this is a person that is you are paid to carry a weapon.
Yes.
And you believe in the people's right to carry a weapon.
Absolutely, as long as they are stable, law-abiding citizens who know how to use that weapon. Because I know many people who possess guns legally that will not carry them because they're not proficient enough with them. And the last thing they want to do is be out in the community and have something go down, and they try to intervene, and then they get that gun taken from them, and then something happens. Then we look at the flip side. You know, several years back.
Not to mention intervening in itself. Sometimes you can get it wrong. You can look at it incorrectly. You don't know.
I mean, you know, and it's difficult enough for police when we're dealing with situations. You know, we go into a scene where there's someone with a weapon. We need to know: is that a citizen? Is that the bad guy? Is that a off-duty police officer? I mean, it's a scary situation.
Imagine how they do it in Texas, where everybody's got a gun. It's like, who's the bad guy with a gun? It's okay, quickly, because I've got Ryan Nobles in the wings.
And I just really wanted to quickly, in your experience, 20-plus years in law enforcement, you've dealt with all sorts of people who have committed crimes.
Yes.
Is the real issue with the shooter in Las Vegas the weapons he used or he himself?
It's the person. And again, I don't know enough about this, But most of these mass shootings across the country we trace back to mental health issues. We continue to cut funding for mental health programs. We continue to shut down mental health facilities, and then we wonder why we have situations with issues like this. Again, I don't know enough about this one, but a lot of the major mass shootings, if not all of them across the country, are traced back to a mental health issue. You look at, I mean, I think there were 13,000 people killed by guns in 2015. There were 38,000 people killed by automobiles in 2015. Yep. I mean, it's 3 to 1. Okay.
Do you have anything pressing?
Just quickly, you said you
pressing
carried
as Andrews, please.
for 29 years.
Yes,
Are
sir.
you a gun enthusiast? Do you have a lot of guns? Are you a collector?
I
or are
don't
you
have
just
a lot
law
of guns.
enforcement?
I have more than one, but
Sure.
I mean, I know people who have dozens and dozens and dozens, and these are the best of the best people.
Yeah.
That will never do anything illegal with them.
I collect Matchbox cars. So
And Coca-Cola
I'm
memorabilia.
fearing
I
the
collect
day-
cows too, real ones. So.
What do you need so many cows for? I mean,
I don't know. I
do you
really don't
really
know. I
need
really
that
don't
many
know.
cows?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's fun.
All right, Sheriff. Thank you so much. As always, we appreciate it and appreciate what you do.
Thank you very much.